everybody. How are we doing? I hope we're excited to be here, and I hope we have a great day um, because we're about to have a great evening starting from now. My name is Olanrewaju Aishat, and I am the co-facilitator for this event, and with me is Mary Cynthia, my co-facilitator. So this event is our first ever inter-community debate, and in collaboration with the She Shines community. This debate is hosted in commemoration of the International Women's Day for 2025. And as we all know, the International Women's Day is a celebration of the achievement and progresses of women worldwide. And the debate topic is titled The Role of Social Media in Women's Empowerment, a Catalyst for Change or a Double-Edged Sword, in which representatives from each community, that's a Seashine and Bluxies Incorporated, will be supporting and opposing the motion to bring us to an understanding of the topic. Be prepared to learn a lot. Before we go on, we'd love to give honor to whom honor is due to. Good day again, ladies and ladies, panel of judges, and our amiable debaters. On our panel, we have great women of esteem, and Mary Cynthia would help in getting us familiar. Hi, Mary Cynthia, are you on?
Yes, I am. Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Mary Cynthia, and I am so glad to be here. And I hope we're all ready to make history. So I'm going to get right into this by introducing the judges that we have for this debate. The first on our list is Miss Chiemela Miracle Anosike. She is an innovative entrepreneur and business developer with a strong business acumen. She's trained and certified in project management, business development, startup incubation, product design and development, manufacturing and management such as the American Academy of Project Management, Draper University, Silicon Valley, EDC Pan Atlantic University, Nigerian Institute of Management, Autodesk Stroke, Clinton Innovation Center, and FF Business School. The next on our list is a legal practitioner and advocate of good governance and social justice. She is a graduate of prestigious Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Anambra State, where she earned her of the National Association of Abia State Students and Administrative Judge of the Student Senior Government. Following her is Ms. Bukola Oloyede P., who is a distinguished legal scholar with a strong academic and professional background. She is currently pursuing the prestigious Bachelor of Civil Law, a master's program at the University of Oxford, gaining valuable knowledge in business law, international economic development, and AI governance. She holds a first-class degree in law from Obafemi Awolowo University, Nigeria, where she graduated in the top 1% of a class of over 400 students. She went on to obtain a first-class qualification from the Nigerian Law School, ranking among the top 2% of 5,802 candidates with distinctions in all five core courses. The last but is Ms. Olamide Kutei, who is a lawyer and development professional who is aligned with aiming to bridge the gender gap across various industries. She has equally collaborated with private sector companies and other stakeholders on initiatives to foster behavioral change coordinating the UN Women Africa Regional Dialogue, co-curating the first private sector GBV led in West Africa, establishing the groundwork for private sector-led affirmative procurement. Please, let's give it up for these amazing women. So I'm going to hand it over to Aisha to continue the presentation.
Thank you very much, Mary Cynthia. So, introducing the representatives of the debate, that's the debaters from both communities, the Bluxies community being the supporting motion, including Esther Osobolese, Fikayomi Oyebode, and Rachel Moses. And on the opposing motion, we have Emanuela Anado, Clementina Effa, Immaculata Orji. So I would be handing over to Mary Cynthia to tell us the guideline, the speaking order, and the time for the debate.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm back again, and this is how the debate is going to go. For the first speakers for the both teams have 20 minutes each, and it's going to start with the first speaker from the proposing part, followed by the first speaker of the opposing part, then back to the second speaker of the proposing part, and the both second speakers are going to have 10 minutes. And we'll try to tell you when your time is like almost there in the chat box. So you should be very mindful of time and you should be polite while making your points. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and the debate can now be declared open.
One second. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Please confirm that the speakers are aware of the judging criteria. Hello, can anybody hear me?
Aisha, can you please confirm?
Okay, everyone. Yes, the debaters are aware.
All right, then that's fine. And another question, Aisha, who is keeping time for the speakers? And how do we know on their behalf that their time is up?
So Mary Cynthia is keeping time for the debate, and she would be sending in how much time has been spent at intervals
In the
till the
chat,
end.
right? So that everybody
Yes,
can see it.
yes.
All right, that works. Thank you.
Esther Sobola, say you can go on.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, moderator, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, my fellow co-debaters, respected opponents, esteemed guests, and distinguished audience. My name is Esther Osobalase, a representative of Bluxies Incorporated, and I'll be standing for the motion which states social media is a catalyst for change in women's empowerment. It is a known fact that women have long suffered in silence, be it in domestic abuse, unhappy marriages, and unsatisfactory lives. Today, our voices and stories travel globally because of social media, a tool used to bring awareness to these issues affecting women. Social media plays a crucial and important role in driving the progress and significant transformation in the empowerment of women. Media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, and LinkedIn are platforms where women can speak freely and participate in discussions concerning social, political, and economic spheres. You may think this is not an important advantage because everyone has the right and choice to speak. But let us not forget that there was a time women could not participate in public conversations. Any gathering for women was considered a place for just gossip. A woman who spoke in a room full of men was seen as disrespectful and uncouth, and her opinion was not listened to, considered, and even discredited. Before social media, only women who broke extreme barriers, did extraordinary feats like activists, revolutionaries, and trailblazers were publicly acknowledged. Historical examples back this fact up. Women like Rosa Parks, Funmilayo Ransom Kuti, Margaret Ekpo, Harriet Tubman, and many more risked their safety and reputation to be heard. Everyday women who advocated for change or a cause faced violent consequences with or without results. Today, all women, irrespective of certain societal standing, have the freedom to publicly advocate, participate, and hold important discussions that shape our society today through multiple media platforms. A strong example of this is 8-year-old Amira, Amira Anna Marie Kopeni, also known as Little Miss Flint. In March 2016, she wrote a letter to former United States President Barack Obama to bring his attention to the ongoing water crisis in her hometown, Flint, Michigan, where residents had been exposed to contaminated water. In the letter, Mary explained how the issue affected her community and the families within. Mary and her family went on to share the letter on multiple social media platforms, and in April 2016, it went viral with the trending hashtag Flint Water Crisis, drawing massive public support. Because of this viral movement, she was invited for interviews and events to tell her story further. On May 4th, 2016, former President Barack Obama visited Flint himself to inspect the devastation further and eventually authorized $100 million to fix the crisis. Mary became a national youth activist because social media made her story go far beyond her neighborhood. Social media is no doubt a powerful tool that drives the women empowerment movement. It doesn't just empower activists and advocates, it empowers everyday women and young girls. Imagine a young girl in a rural setting who dreams of becoming more than she is allowed, with nothing more than a smartphone and access to the internet. She connects to an algorithm that empowers her to self-discovery. Then, with a clear goal in mind, she joins learning platforms and comes across women in similar fields, sharing their experience and achievements. Eventually, she finds her voice and standing. This is the potential transformation of digital empowerment. So why is the impact of social media being questioned today? With these few points of mine, I aim to provide clear insight on why social media is a catalyst for change in women's empowerment. My first point is the application of women's voices in activism and awareness. I believe this is one of the most important benefits of social media in the development of women's movements. The importance of speaking up is highly emphasized, especially in today's world. Speaking up, even without social media, brought attention to issues that were blatantly ignored. However, with media platforms, our voices about these matters have been magnified. This has helped educate people around the world about the issues women face, and it has helped empower and inspire other women to speak up too. Hashtags, trends, and viral posts on social media have been used to amplify and highlight the social injustices women face. A clear case that proves this is the hashtag Arwa Me Too movement. In February 2019, inspired by the hashtag Me Too campaign, the hashtag Arwa Me Too movement began, exposing sexual harassment in northern Nigeria. Many did not expect this drive in this demographic because of certain factors, especially religious aspects. However, when Hashim retweeted a story of domestic violence and abuse, adding the hashtag #ArwaMeToo, many Muslim women began to share their stories. Despite the backlash and controversy faced, this movement significantly impacted the northern states of Nigeria by raising awareness of sexual harassment and violence perpetrated under the guise of religion. Social media created a platform for these women to speak, to break the silence around this topic and share their stories. It has played an important role in shedding light on the diverse challenges women face, which includes limited educational opportunities, reproductive health care, inequality in the workplace, gender-based violence, sexual harassment, and rape. By bringing attention to these issues, it has sparked meaningful conversations, challenging societal norms, and drive collective actions towards societal change. Social media has provided a platform for women to speak up and share their experiences, achievements, and challenges. Because women have been more open about sharing their stories, especially achievements that break boundaries, we have enhanced our visibility and representation. Women are no longer known for just taking care of the home or seen as weak or fragile. We are seen as passionate people who are contributing to the development of society and nation at large. We are people stepping into male-dominated spaces and excelling, and even misogynists cannot deny it. Why? Because our stories are everywhere. The amplification of our voices through social media has greatly contributed to the women's empowerment movement on a global scale. My second point will be community creation and development. Social media has helped with the creation and growth of women communities on a global scale. Because of social media, Bluxies and She Shines communities exist. Without the media, we will not be here having these debates. Social media has not only created a platform for us to speak, it is our topic for today. Through social media, our communities are able to reach women from different states and regions for impact and empowerment. We not only exist because of the online platform, we have also given the opportunity to grow by reaching a wide range of target audience for recruitment, influence, and inclusivity for all women, regardless of location. There has been a rise in the creation of women communities globally. These communities have the opportunity to help women all over the world for their impact purpose. For example, Women's Aid is a community that helps women and children affected by domestic violence. In the fourth page of their 2023 to 2024 impact report, it is shown how they use social media platforms to make sure survivors' stories are told and heard, and their goal was well achieved. Their social media posts gained over 5 million reach. All their social media posts in each platform gained over 5 million views each. Through social media, women have been given access to these support networks where they find like-minded women who they can seek advice from, share resources with, find encouragement and motivation, and have the opportunity to be guided via mentorship and teaching. The sense of belonging in a community is essential for female empowerment. These communities with a passion have touched the lives of women locally and internationally, and will continue to do so with the aid and presence of social media. My third and final point is economic opportunities and empowerment. Social media has offered female entrepreneurs a platform to grow their businesses. Before social media, women who owned businesses faced challenges such as limited access to resources and network, limited access to funding and investment because of gender bias and discrimination, cultural and social barriers. Social media has helped level the economic playing field for women entrepreneurs by providing a global platform where women can market their products, personally build their brands, connect with customers directly, network with female entrepreneurs, access mentorship, support, share knowledge and experience, inspiring other upcoming female entrepreneurs. Let's also talk about the monetization of these social media apps, which serve as an extra income for these entrepreneurs, and also a way for young girls to achieve financial independence by becoming content creators. With these few points of mine, I speak not of the past, but present and continuous benefits of social media that show clearly that social media is a catalyst for change in women's empowerment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Esther. I believe that Esther has established how social media is a catalyst for change. Now we're going to hear from the first speaker support opposing motion. That's the
Hold on,
speaker from
Aisha. Hold on, Aisha. Please, can Ruby let us know what time Esther finished? Is it Ruby? I'm not sure I got the name right.
Mary Cynthia.
Yes, Miss Cynthia. Can she let us know the time Esther finished?
Yes, you did. You did. She started by 4:12 and okay,
Yes,
Esther
we
started
can.
by 4:12 and ended by 4:22. So 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Because I believe that Esther has established that social media is a catalyst for change. Now we're going to hear from the opposing side. That is the first speaker representative from the Shishines community.
Good evening, Mr. Moderator, esteemed judges, accurate timekeeper, my co-debaters, and distinguished audience. I am Effa Clementina, the first speaker supporting the motion that social media is not a catalyst for change in the role of women's empowerment. To be a catalyst means to be a driving force for real, lasting change. Social media, however, creates an illusion of activism, rewards entertainment over serious issues. In today's age, women face a lot of oppression which have been normalized as traditions, religions, cultural and social norms, such as silencing and gaslighting, child marriages, and honor killings. These concerns remain severely unaddressed despite the online activism carried out to highlight them. In Nigeria, in the case of a rape report, the law states that without proof of the man's sperm in the woman's vagina, the case cannot be addressed as a rape case. This law has existed for years, depriving rape victims the right to justice. Despite millions of social media conversations surrounding rape, no actual policies have been brought up to contend with the one that currently exists. So even after a certain Sylvia tweet about rape with multiple hashtags, the policy have not been overturned, and regretfully, she or her sisters, friends, or colleagues could be the next victims. In some minor cultures, issues like child marriages and honor killings, and events where a female is killed to accompany the corpse of a king or chief, is prevalent and normalized. There may be social media posts about such events, but what change has it achieved? These barbaric cultures are very much still in practice. Studies like the effectiveness and impact of social media activism on traditional political movements, published in the International Journal of Research and Analytical Reviews in 2024, show that the most people who share petitions, use hashtags, or like posts about social issues rarely take real-world actions. In 2024, over 1.2 million people used the hashtag Bring Back Our Girls to demand the release of kidnapped Chibok girls in Nigeria. While it trended worldwide, it did not directly lead to the rescue of the girls. Social media makes people feel like they are part of change, but without real action, nothing changes. Today, I still face street harassment, and some of us do too. What change has occurred even after millions of social media posts? To prove this, I will present four more points. One, social media creates an illusion of activism. Social media makes people feel like activists without taking real actions. In 2024, a study shows that most online activisms do not translate into real-world actions. Content that triggers anger or excitement is 70% more likely to go viral than fact-based activism. A real example.
Social media prioritize entertaining, emotional or controversial content over educational or solution-driven posts. How can a medium that prioritizes change in a delicate role such as women empowerment? As Nigerians, we know the kind of videos that trend and dominate places like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and the likes. You can come across an informative post raising awareness about marital rape, and upon the next scroll, you see twerk videos, prank videos, and weird but humorous videos. What's the assurance you remember accurate details of the first post? How many of us even recall 5 informative posts we have come across on social media in a week? Presenting Bluxies Incorporated as a case study, a women's community uniting women against all odds to empower them, has struggled with online reach and virality. Despite the existence of 18 months, a time content creators used to reach over 50,000 followers and a handful viral posts. And this is a community that has recorded over 3,000 applications. The community staggers with a total of 843 IG followers and 220 TikTok followers. Even if Bluxies Incorporated decided to address core women's issues tomorrow, who would be their audience apart from their active community members? So you see that while online activism does not bring about real-world change, it struggles to get attention, especially if it has grounds on accurate information, drive, and intention. Social media rewards engagement, not effectiveness. And this proves that the platform is not really a catalyst for change. The real change makers are forced to dilute the intensity of these issues in order to appeal to the algorithm. Imagine core issues like rape, gender pay gap, and street harassment diluted into humorous content to gain attention. Not only does it dismantle the importance of such issues, it gives a way for new harmful ideas to be formed, that women enjoy the oppression they face so much that they are able to make every entertaining content out of it. My next point is misinformation undermines true advocacy. If social media is a change maker, why does it fuel deception instead of facts? An MIT study found that false information spreads 6 times faster than news or tweets. If hashtags alone could fix the world, racism would be gone, gender equality would be achieved, and poverty would be history. But they aren't, because social media alone is not enough. And let me point out too that social media is heavily controlled by corporations and governments. In most countries, authorities shut down platforms during protests, limiting people's ability to organize. An example is, during the 2020 NSAS protest in Nigeria, the government froze protest leaders' bank accounts and eventually banned Twitter to weaken the movement. Once that was done, the protest lost momentum as soon as its online presence was restricted, because activists relied too much on social media instead of building grassroots structures. Real changes requires power beyond digital spaces. In China, citizens cannot even access Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube due to strict censorship laws. In Russia, independent journalists are silenced, proving that social media cannot protect people fighting for justice. Change cannot be dependent on a tool that can be shut down within the flick of a government order. We live in a world where the government makes decisions that keep us poorer but enrich their pockets. People in political positions who push certain hurtful agendas in order to stay rich and avoid accountability. And worst of it all, they control the social media narrative, pay some blogs that we even see as credible to take away attention from pressing issues that is gaining exposure on social media. And within the short lifespan of trends and activities on social media, this can be achieved within a flick of a finger. A very good example of this is the the recent issue with the Senator Natasha Akpoti versus the Senate President. This
Clementina, we can no longer hear you if you're speaking.
Sorry, the network logged me out. I was talking about how social media movements are short-lived and lack sustainability. And I was about giving a real-life example of the recent case of Senator Natasha Akpoti versus the Senate President Akpabio. On March 12, 2024, Senator Natasha Akpoti was publicly dismissed and undermined by the Senate President Godswill Akpabio while raising a motion. Social media exploded. The I Stand with Natasha trended, and activists demanded action. Instead of justice, a group of women was mobilized to riot against Natasha. Where was that video posted? On social media? A video on Yaba Left Online shows them protesting against her. Did Akpabio face consequences? No. The outrage faded within days, proving that social media outrage does not lead to justice. If social media were a true catalyst for women's empowerment, Natasha would have been protected, not attacked. Instead, the only real-world action was against her. Social media is a tool for visibility, not action. Hashtags do not make history, policies, and real-world activism do. If social media were truly a catalyst for women's empowerment, we would have seen legal reforms driven by tweets, but we haven't, because real change does not happen behind the screen. My next point is social media profits. Sadly, social media attempts at influencing such policies through avenues like global advocacy campaigns, legal reform advocacy, and online protests have yielded no tangible and sustainable results. But say the world took physical action to combat these policies, say all women in government and private sectors stopped working, physical protests took place in government centers and home of politicians, say women came together and stopped government projects from being implemented until these policies are changed, there will be actual results from the real efforts, just like the women's movements that have taken place in the past. With these few points of mine, I hope I'm able to convince you that social media is not a catalyst for change in the role of women's empowerment. Thank you.
Thank you, Clementina.
Hello, everyone. Aisha, is it okay if I speak?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay. So I'd like to interject and say something very quickly. The last speaker, who is the first speaker for She Shines, she basically gave unverified stats. Bluxies Incorporated has not received 3,000 applications or even anything close. So we've received about 560 something applications. And there were some other unverified stats that she used about our community. So I just want to debunk that very quickly. Thank you.
Ruby,
All
can
right.
you establish? Okay.
I think that, and I would suggest that you create a group for the judges, because I know that at some point in time we're supposed to collate our scores and all of that good stuff. I'm not exactly sure what the plan is on how we're going to do that. So I am suggesting that you create a temporary WhatsApp group. If other judges are open to it, it will be disbanded today, just so that it will be easier for us to sync and give the results.
Okay.
That is one. Also, can you confirm how many minutes Clementina used? And then
Yes.
also confirm what time they have in total for first speakers. Thank you.
All right. Um, Ruby will establish the time, and we have made arrangements for the judges. There will be a breakout session when it's time to collate the score on this call.
All right, thanks.
Okay. So Ruby, can you establish the time?
Okay. Yes, sure. Miss Clementina started by 4:24 and ended by 4:35.
What time do
Okay.
the first speakers have? Like, what's the allotted time for first speakers?
10 minutes.
Okay, so how many minutes did she use in total?
For first speakers, I thought you mentioned that that was supposed to be 20 minutes, except I got that wrong.
Aisha, please, can you confirm, is it 20 minutes or 10 minutes, please?
Okay, sorry, it was a mixed up. It's 10
The first
minutes
speaker
for first
used
speaker.
10 minutes, started by 4. She used 10 minutes. Then the second speaker used.
Okay, so we have next up the second speaker supporting motion from the Bluxies Incorporated community.
Quick question. If you were starting from zero, no connections, no opportunities, no mentor to guide you, where would you turn? Would you go around with your resume, going from company to company, looking for who to hire you? Would you wait for the perfect job to land in your lap? Or would you go where the rest of the world is already looking? Social media. While you ponder on that, let's imagine something else. Imagine you're a young woman in Nigeria told that your success depends on luck, on marriage, or even the approval of men. But then you log on to Instagram and see Hilda Bassi, a chef who went from relative obscurity to a Guinness World Record holder. You scroll through Twitter and witness the feminist coalition mobilizing over 147 million naira to fight police brutality. You come across thousands of women just like you, turning tweets into movement, posts into paychecks, and hashtags into history. And yet today, we are here questioning whether social media really empowers women. Ladies and bells, my name is Fikayo Body, representing Bluxies Incorporated. Standing Strong understands that social media has been nothing but the catalyst for change when it comes to women's empowerment. And today, I'll be showing you how social media has made the difference between a woman being silenced and a woman being heard, a woman being overlooked and a woman being recognized, and a woman waiting for a seat at the table and building her own table from scratch. And I'll be proving it to you not with just empty words, but with real stories, real numbers, and real impact. That takes me to my first point, the economic power of social media. Let's talk about Linda Ikeji, a name every Nigerian knows. In 2006, Linda Ikeji was just another unemployed graduate sitting in her parents' house with nothing but a dream. She started blogging not because it was fashionable, but because she had no other option. Traditional journalism was kept by men who decided what stories were worth telling. So she turned to social media and it changed her life. By 2012, Linda Ikeji's blog was making millions of naira every month in ad revenue. And by 2016, she purchased a 500 million naira mansion in Banana Island, all from a career that started with a single blog post. No family connections, just a woman, her voice, and the internet. And you might say you don't know Linda Ikeji, so let's make it more recent. Hilda Bassi. Before 2023, she was just another chef in Lagos. Then she decided to do the unthinkable, break the Guinness World Record for the longest cooking marathon. And just like that, she gained 1 million Instagram followers in 72 hours, brand deals with Woodscope and other top companies, and 10 million naira reward from the Lagos state government. All this with an entire nation rallying behind her, powered by nothing but social media amplification. Now, if social media were truly the enemy of women's empowerment, maybe Linda Ikeji would still be unemployed and Hilda Bassi would just be another chef in a Lagos restaurant. But these women are not alone. Social media has birthed an entire generation of female entrepreneurs, content creators, and business owners who do not have to beg for opportunities. They create them. And we all know money is power, and social media is putting that power directly in the hands of women. It wasn't long ago before women were allowed to own bank accounts. But today, platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook allow women to build businesses from their homes without waiting for a bank loan or a connection. In Nigeria, 41% of female entrepreneurs say Instagram has helped them scale their business faster than traditional marketing. And in fact, a LinkedIn research showed that women are 28% more likely than men to start businesses online. And it's not just business. Social media is also bridging the gap in education and mentorship. We have cases like She Can STEM and Girls Who Code, which have reached millions, encouraging young girls to enter tech fields. In fact, the female lead on LinkedIn has helped over 3 million women gain career visibility. Young women are no longer waiting for a seat at the table. Social media has given them the tools to build their home. But to another major point, gender-based violence. In 2019, Busala Dakolo, a well-known photographer, sat in front of a camera and said 4 words that shook Nigeria. Biodu Fatoyinbo raped me. Fatoyinbo was no ordinary man. He was a mega church pastor and the founder of Commonwealth of Zion Assembly. And when Bukola Dakolo said this out, social media erupted. Koza Must Go trended for days. Protesters gathered in front of the church demanding justice. For the first time, a woman could publicly accuse a powerful man of rape and not be immediately dismissed. And it's because there was a different force at play, social media. And it's not just this case. Uma Omozuwa, a 20-year-old Nigerian student, was killed and raped in a church she walked into to study. Justice for Uwa traded for weeks, and the outrage forced law enforcement to arrest 6 men involved in the assault. It also pushed the Nigerian government to declare a state of emergency on gender-based violence. And we also have entire movements, starting with the Me Too movement. Harvey Weinstein, once one of the most influential Hollywood producers, now serves a 23-year prison sentence after over 100 women accused him of sexual abuse. Kevin Spacey has lost major roles in House of Cards, and even Netflix cut ties with him. Les Moves, CEO of CBS, resigned in disgrace after social media fraud allegations forced an internal investigation. Over 200 powerful men lost their positions because of the Me Too hashtag. And also here in Nigeria, we have the Arewa Me Too movement, where women in northern Nigeria spoke up against the sexual violence that they faced in their region. We all know northern Nigeria has conservative cultural restrictions. So imagine the impact it had when these women decided to speak up. Survivors blamed their abusers and pressure mounted on law enforcement to act. Conversations that were once taboo were now happening openly. Social media has made ignoring women impossible. And it's not just about protest. Social media has actually forced real change in women's rights. In Nigeria, when the EndSARS protest erupted, women played a major role. One group, Feminist Coalition, raised 137 million naira in Bitcoin to aid legal aid, medical care, and food. Without Twitter, that level of rapid decentralized funding wouldn't have been possible. Even the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act passed in 2015 remained unenforced in many states until activists called it out. And as of 2023, 34 out of 36 Nigerian states have now domesticated the VAP Act. In Saudi Arabia, women were banned from driving until 2018. But the hashtag Women to Drive changed history. Social media pressure became so overwhelming that Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman was forced to lift the ban, granting 3 million women newfound mobility and independence. In India, after the 2012 Delhi gang rape, justice for Nirbhaya fueled nationwide protests, leading to faster trials for rape cases, stronger punishment for sexual offenders, and criminalization of stalking and voyeurism. And it's not just gender-based violence. Let's talk about women's health and the fight against silence and how social media has removed that shame. For centuries, women's health issues have been dismissed, ignored, and shrouded in shame. Social media has ripped that silence apart, starting with PCOS, a condition that affects 1 in 10 women globally. Before social media, how many Nigerian women really knew what PCOS was? How many suffered in silence, misdiagnosed, or dismissed as having ordinary menstrual pain? Then came the doctors, influencers, and everyday women sharing their stories on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. The PCOS awareness tag has over 1.3 billion views on TikTok. And in Nigeria, more women are using platforms like Women Radio 91.7 FM to share reproductive health information. 70% of women reported that social media helped debunk harmful health myths, according to a survey by Women Radio 91.7 FM. There's also the Party Girl movement, born on Twitter to combat period poverty. Over 100,000 girls in Nigeria have received free menstrual hygiene education and products because of online activism. UNICEF reports that 1 in 10 African girls miss school due to lack of sanitary products. But thanks to social media, this is changing. To my next point, how social media has helped to educate women about consent and boundaries. Because for centuries, young Nigerian girls were raised with one dangerous belief: if a man harasses you, it's your fault. But today, a new generation of Nigerian women are challenging that notion. Kiki Modi's Sex for Grades BBC documentary exposed how Nigerian lecturers prey on female students. And the result of that, the Nigerian government passed an anti-sexual harassment law in universities, and schools are now implementing stronger policies against harassment. For every posts you see promoting harmful narratives, like the opposition said, there are more hundreds of posts that lift independence. When a young girl growing up in a patriarchal household where she's told her what is tied to a man logs into social media and sees Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala as the first African woman leading World Trade Organization, Toby Amuson breaking world records in athletics, and women like Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie redefining gender expectations. Seeing this real-life anomaly forces her to question what she has been taught. She learns that being a woman is not a limitation. It is clear that social media is not just a tool, it is a weapon of liberation. It has broken barriers, rewritten narratives, and placed power directly into the hands of women. It is the loudspeaker for the silence, the stage for the overlooked, and the battlefield where women fight and win. Without social media, who would have told our stories? Who would have known that Senator Natasha was suspended because she dared to speak out against the senator? Would the world have known the names of Oluwaseun Oshowobi, who survived sexual violence and went on to lead a global movement against it? Would the world have seen the Arewa Me Too movement, where the Northern Nigerian women spoke up against abuse? Would a young Nigerian chef, Ida Abasi, have cooked for 93 hours and gained global recognition? To deny social media's role in women's empowerment is to deny history as it unfolds before our eyes. So I leave you with this. If social media was truly a threat to women, why is it that every time women demand change, it is their voices on social media that are feared the most? Because social media is not a double-edged sword. It is a megaphone, a movement, and a revolution. And that is something no one can deny. Thank you.
Well done, Fikayami. Please, just to confirm, if the first speakers have 10 minutes, how many minutes did you allocate for the second speakers? Just confirming that again. And please confirm how many minutes the second speaker spent just now. Thank you.
Okay. The first and second speakers all have 10 minutes each, and the last person that just finished started by 4:40 and ended by 4:49, so she used 9 minutes. Thank you.
So you're saying first and second speakers have 10 minutes each.
Hi, can anyone hear me? So I wanted to confirm the time, the how long the second speaker spoke for.
Up somewhere. It was supposed to be 20 minutes for first speakers, then 10 minutes for the second speakers. But then there was a mix up. So all now decided to stick to 10 minutes for each of them. So the last person started by 4:40 and ended by 4:49. So she used 9 minutes.
I got that. I got that. So the first speaker had 10 minutes. Had 10 minutes. She spoke for 10 minutes. The last speaker spoke for 9 minutes. The second speaker, I want to know how long she spoke.
Okay, she started by
Just give us the time.
4:24. Okay, she spoke for 11 minutes.
So let's just get this clear. The first speaker from Shine spoke for 11 minutes. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
And were they initially informed that he had 20 minutes allocated? I mean, the first speakers from each team.
Good question.
Yes, they were.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Bukola. That's a very helpful question.
Okay. Moving on, the second speaker opposing motion, that's from the Shishans community, and last speaker for the day.
If social media were truly a catalyst for change, why does the world remain largely unchanged despite billions of posts, hashtags, and online petitions? Why do the same injustice, inequalities, and crises persist year after year? Social media is not a revolutionary tool as we claimed it to be. While it may spread awareness, it rarely translates into tangible long-term transformation. Real change is sustained, structured, and measurable. And these are qualities that social media lack. Social media gives us the illusion of progress, but illusions don't shape laws, build institutions, or dismantle operative systems. Real change is sustained and measurable. Three things that social media fail to deliver. Honorable judges, opponents, accurate timekeeper, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Oji Makuleta, the second speaker for the She Shines community, opposing the motion that social media is not a catalyst for change. First, misinformation undermines true advocacy. If social media was a change maker, why does it fuel deception instead of facts? An MIT study found out that false information spreads 6 times faster than factual news on Twitter. When misinformation spreads, it confuses people and diverts attention from the real solutions. Then we come to the area of women empowerment. We often see online self-acclaimed feminists dish out unprovoked hate towards men, when in reality, they are just trying to avenge for all the times their ex mistreated them. These light-headed issues cloud the series of heated issues women face on a regular basis and mislead naive ladies into hating men for silly reasons. The multiple women's rights movements that have been implemented were as a result of the coming together of both men and women who understood the intensity and importance of these issues and joined hands together to effect change. As a result of misinformation, the whole idea of feminism in Nigeria has been branded into man-hating. The work of millions of women who lived with silenced voices and finally decided to speak up, risking their lives and that of their children, suddenly transformed and boiled down into men-hate, disappointing and ridiculing the works of great women of the past. Instead of driving meaningful change, social media often dilutes important matters, fuels panic, conspiracy theories, and baseless accusations. A tragic example is a case of Izu Madubweze, a young Nigerian falsely accused of harassment on Twitter in the year 2020. The online outrage was so intense that he took his own life, only for reveal later that the allegations were baseless. How can the tool that fuels misinformation be trusted as a catalyst for change? Second, social media movements lack sustainability. The only effective agenda that social media has helped women achieve, and these social movements die within 1 month. The average lifespan of a viral trend is 48 hours, meaning that people quickly lose interest. For example, the hashtag #MeToo movement started strong but has lost significant momentum. In many countries, the laws around sexual harassment remain unchanged, and many accused individuals have resumed their careers. Even if social media has the potential to cause change in the role of women empowerment, which it doesn't, such change isn't sustainable. And if an act of deed isn't sustainable, then how else can it be effective? On platforms like Facebook, when discussions about women's rights are brought up, men and women alike whose beliefs are deeply rooted in patriarchal systems dismiss these conversations as another trending topic, something that will only last for some few days, and after that, diminish the momentum while another discourse surfaces, gaining the attention of everyone. Even severe cases of femicide and domestic violence, like the death of Osinachi, the guest artist on the popular song Ekueme, the death of Jessica, caused by her romantic partner for money rituals, and even the recent death of a young girl, caused by a gospel minister, have all died down in intensity. Were these issues not trending? Yes, they were, but have justice been served? So after the awareness campaign, what next? After the Women's March of Honor for International Women's Day, what next? Or are these awareness campaigns capable of driving real change in the world? If yes, what change have it driven and sustained so far? Real change takes time, but social media thrives on long-lived attention. Two, social media profits from tragedy instead of solving it. Every viral issue generates billions of dollars for social media campaign through ads and increased platform engagement. Every trending movement increases engagement, generating billions of social media companies. But how much of that money actually funds social causes? For instance, during the hashtag Black Lives Matter protest, Facebook and Instagram saw a massive surge in ad revenue as companies rushed to appear woke, yet police brutality remains a problem, and many corporate pledges for racial justice have not been fulfilled. If social media were truly about change, why does it profit from suffering instead of funding solutions? Third, social media struggles to influence policy. Laws and policies change through government, institution, and lobbying, not through viral trend. Despite millions of tweets under hashtag climate action, global carbon emissions have increased rather than decreased. In contrast, real policy changes, such as Paris climate change, happen through formal negotiations, not social media. Hashtag don't make laws, governments do. Take for instance, in Nigeria, the Nigerian Constitution, Section 29, 4B, allows a girl to be considered an adult once she is married, enabling child marriage despite the Child Rights Act 2003, which sets the minimum age at 18. Also in Nigeria, marital rape is not recognized. The Nigerian Criminal Code defines rape in a way that excludes married women, meaning a husband cannot be charged for raping his wife. In Russia, first-time domestic violence offenses is decriminalized if they do not cause serious harm. In Afghanistan, under the Taliban rule, women were banned from education, employment in certain sectors, and public spaces without male guardians. In India, the Indian Penal Code, Section 375, does not recognize marital rape as a crime if the wife is over 18. Sadly, social media attempts at influencing such policies through avenues like global advocacy campaign, legal reform advocacy, and online protests have yielded no tangible and sustainable results. But say the world took fiscal action to combat these policies. Say all the women in government and private sectors stopped working, took fiscal protest, and say women come together and stop government projects from being implemented. Until then, these policies are not changed. There may not be actual results from just hashtags online. Distinguished judges, opponents, ladies and gentlemen, social media is not a true catalyst for change. It's a digital stage where activism is performed, not practiced. A tool that fades when reward pressure begins. A platform controlled by those who benefit from keeping things exactly as they are. Social media may spark discussions, but discussions are not solutions. Hashtags may create awareness, but awareness is not action. Real change requires policies and laws, not posts, likes, grassroots movements, not short-lived trends. Unity and long-term efforts, not temporary outrage. If we truly seek change, we must look beyond our screen and engage in the real fight. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Clementina. Ruby, can you establish the time? Okay, so she started at 4:40 and ended at 5:01. For
Please give us the exact minutes.
that's 11 minutes. So thank you very much to all the speakers. We would now have the judges' deliberation, which will be moved to a breakout session where they can deliberate and give us the result. Thank you. Benaya?
We have now opened the breakout rooms, so the judges should see a prompt on their screen. Please confirm that you can see these prompts, and then you can join the rooms. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, 4 judges, they've all left now.
All right, so now we have the interactive section. The first speakers have given us a lot about how social media is a catalyst for change and how it is a double-edged sword. So I would like to know, what new thing have you learned in the space of, say, 40 minutes to 42 minutes? Anybody? Anybody want to tell us what they've learned or what stood out to you from what the speakers have spoken about? Yeah, you can go on, Benaya.
Okay, Naomi here. First of all, I'd like to say it's been an interesting conversation. It's been really something to see, hearing from both sides. I was a little bit put off and rubbed off the wrong way with, the first speaker from She Shines. Particularly what they said about our community. At the end of the day, this is not a fight. It is not warfare. We are here to educate ourselves and enlighten ourselves. So a jab, an outright jab at our community was uncalled for. It was almost as if it was an attack. And yeah, it really made me question a lot of things. And yeah, I know this is a debate and it is a competition and everybody's playing to win. But at the end of the day, like, we need to play like intellectuals, we need to play like scholars, we need to play like educated women, right? People who are enlightened. So that was really uncalled for, and I do want to say that. Yeah, that's definitely something I want to say. But on the other hand, I want to commend the speakers. Even speaking on a platform like this in its own right, it's a huge achievement. So shout out to everybody. It's been, to see that all of our efforts in the past couple of months is now being established now. We've been planning this since January we initiated, and I'm really, really proud. I'm really, really grateful to She Shines for their willingness to collaborate on this project. I'm really thankful. So whatever the case may be, whatever the judges decide, let's all remember that this is not a She Shines is bad, Bluxies is bad type of thing. It's really to educate ourselves and enlighten ourselves and see if, as a community, we are all based online. So what we are doing is really to take feedback, right? What are we doing? What can we do better? So yes, that's really all I have to say. Shout out to Immaculata, shout out to Fikayomi, Esther, and Clementina. Thank you for educating us today.
Thank you, Benaya, for what you just said. So please, can we have anybody? What have you learned? What stood out for you? Anything from what they said that took you? Okay, Shishani, you can go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right, this is Goodness from She Shines Community. Um, I don't really have anything much to say, but to say thank you to everyone that participated. And yes, now this is a competition. It was not supposed to be a fight, but then, when people are debating and you just want to do something, I feel like she went overboard. And thank you for debunking that immediately. Thank you so much for this collaboration, and we look forward to more in the future too. Thank you. And yes, just a little correction. The second speaker started by 4:43, not 4:40. We were also keeping tabs on our own end, and somebody else also confirmed that, or confirmed that. Thank you. And then we said.
All right, sorry for the mistake. So anybody? Should I call randomly? So what am I going to call? Bolaji, do you want to speak? What stood out for you from the debate? Anybody? What they said? What stood out for you? Okay, go ahead, Bolaji.
Okay, hi, good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me. I think for me, what stood out was how the speakers were very coherent when they were talking. They spoke with confidence, they spoke with authority, they spoke with facts, and that is impressive when it comes to a debate. When you're making an argument, whether you're opposing or supporting the motion, you have to have facts to back it up, and that was beautiful. That was very, very brilliant coming from the speakers. And also, I would like to say that a lot of things that were mentioned, especially from the first speaker, I did not know about them. Like I knew, but I didn't know the details until she mentioned them, and that was mind blowing. That was very educative. I think this session in its entirety has been very educative, and I'm happy I'm here. Kudos to the speakers.
Thank you, Bolaji. Thank you for your observation. I learned a lot too. So I think we don't want to speak by ourselves. So I'll do the call-ins. So Chiamaka, do you want to tell us anything you learned or anything that stood out for you on this call?
Hi, good evening, everyone. Just like Bolaji said, I was really, really moved by the amount of facts. I was hearing numbers. It was mind blowing. I sat and I was like, okay, I did not know this, and it just really made me want to sit up and learn more. This session was really, really educative. Fikayomi, Clementina, Immaculata, and Esther. Thank you guys for teaching us so much. Thank you for highlighting things that we did not know. Thank you for also debunking a lot of things. It's really, really good. So, yes, the facts were amazing, and I'm just really glad that I attended the session.
Thank you so much. So Puruchuku, do you want to go ahead and tell us what stood out for you on this session? Hi, Sopuruchuku. Or am I pronouncing the name wrongly? Because I like it. Okay, seems like Sopuruchuku is not speaking. But I'd like to know what the name is pronounced as. So Sarima, please, can you tell us what stood out for you? Or what you learned from this session?
Okay, I learned quite a lot from this session, both from the opposing party and the proposing party, I came to know some things that I actually didn't know before. Even some laws that the last speaker spoke about from She Shines. Um, I learned about something like that when I was in secondary school, but thinking it was, I think at a point it was abolished, but it's still going on despite the social media age. And then I did go to understand that social media has given women a lot of courage to speak out, a lot of courage to talk about their fears, especially about marriage. There was something going on in Akwa Ibom State where I reside about men beating up their wives, and social media has given a lot of women in abusive marriages the platform to speak out about domestic violence and about rape and about sexual harassment. But yes, I did learn a lot, and I am so grateful for the speakers for educating us on everything they've spoken about, their speech, the confidence. I was marveled.
Okay, thank you very much. I believe that from the observation of everything the few people that spoken made, that means they really established the topic and there were no misses. So Benai, I can go ahead.
Oh no, I just want to call on Sochi Kamara. She's the founder of She Shines, co-founder, if I'm not mistaken. I see her on the call, so I wanted to know if she would be willing to say a few things as well.
All right, go ahead, please.
Hello, can you guys hear me? So Chika Mara is not in a position to talk right now, so she will not be able to talk.
Got it. Is there anyone from the She Shines community who wants to share? If not, Aisha, please carry on.
Okay, thank you. So anybody with take homes? How are you going to be talking about this? How are you going to be sharing this on your socials? Please let me see the emojis. What you learned, how you experienced this. I want to know. So you people will not be sharing your experience here. Okay. But I'm just going to share. Okay. Deborah, do you want to share with us? I want to know. What did you learn? Ah, sorry, Ma. Okay. Deborah, let's hear you.
Okay, hi everyone. Hi everyone. This has been such an amazing session. I've learned so much. I just have to say a big shout out to everyone who has spoken today. I don't know if it's something that anybody can do to know that you have just 10 minutes to convince people with facts, with numbers, with statistics. I have to just applaud the people who have spoken today. You guys are amazing, and from each speaker, I have learned something new. I've learned, positives, negatives, and women are powerful, right? That's the whole point of everything, to celebrate how powerful that women are. And for me, I've learned how much, social media has helped from the speakers who spoke from my community. I've learned so much about how social media helps because, of course, I know, but now they are supporting it with like really good facts, and I've learned a lot. And from the opposing community, of course, there have been also things that I've learned as well. And yeah, I just have to say, amazing. I'm really glad I did not miss this, and I am looking forward to how the rest of this is going to play out. Yes. And also, please, everyone, post on your socials, post on your WhatsApp, your Instagram, your LinkedIn. Let people know that something amazing happened here today. I'm looking forward to all the LinkedIn posts I'll be reading. Thank you, guys.
Aisha, are you with us? Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and call Winifred. Winifred, go ahead, and then Mr. Kamelu will go.
Oh, sorry about that. Winifred, you can go ahead and speak. Hey, Winnie.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. I think it's echoing.
Okay, so sorry about that. I joined with my laptop and phone, and I've been having network issues. So I'm trying to sort everything out. Sorry about that. Is it better now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I got a lot of takeaways from the session, from all the speakers, and I'm really glad that we could really explain such a complex topic to ourselves, to every other women, because social media is a part of our lives. It's not going anywhere. So while we intend to use it to achieve a lot of things, a lot of change, while we intend to use it to change our lives, we need to also look at the downsides. We need to also look at how effective it is and the consequences it also has, the disadvantages it also has. So it helps us align our goals in a way that we can just achieve it properly. So concerning posting on our socials, I think I have already done that, but not across all my social media platforms. And I intend to do that. I will do that for sure. So yes, you have my word.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Kamelu, you can go ahead.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon or good evening rather. This has been a very thrilling, exciting, and it has been packed with adrenaline. I mean, everybody came on here just to listen to this, and I'm so glad I made it to this debate, honestly, because I was on the road and I learned a lot today. I learned a lot from our community members on how social media is a catalyst for change. And I also learned from the Shishines women because we all know that nothing is all completely good. Everything has both its negative side and its positive side. So overall, it has just been very educating. I hope that both communities have been exposed to both the positive side of things and the negative side of things. So overall, I just wanted to say thank you to every single representative of each community that came out here. It is not easy. I know very well that even if it's a virtual event, I know your heart must have been thumping while you were out there trying to buttress your point and give us your facts and all of that. Your effort did not go unnoticed, which is why we will be taking on to social media, our LinkedIn, our Facebook, our Instagram. And it's also very, very nice because this is a very good initiative as opposed to every other times when we probably just attend an event or two. This has been a platform to learn and exchange knowledge. So I hope that it doesn't end here. You can also make your research further into topics like this so that you can give well-informed decisions when you're posting on your LinkedIn and all of that. So thank you to all the representatives. Thank you, Shine community. Thank you, Bluxies. You guys are wonderful women. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I have some review in the chat box, and thank you, Mr. Kamelu, and I'll be reading them. So for Omede Joy, she said the fact that Fikayomi talked about finding women finding their voices, and I being one of those women made me relate so much to that. Some things I didn't know could count as wrongs against women, I learned on social media. And mind you, this happened to me. Thank you. Oh my God, I'm glad you realized that, Joy. Thank you, Fikayemi, for that insight. So when FK shared the impact of social media on women's health, I felt it. That's a point that can't be overemphasized. The awareness leads to action, and that definitely makes a huge real life difference on how women's health is treated compared to there was no social media or compared to when there was no social media or when it was less in use. That's a takeaway for me. That's from Princess Kennel. Beautiful, beautiful takeaways. So anybody else? I want more takeaways. What did you guys get from it? So Hayomi, did you want to speak? Okay. Okay, so Mara, please can you go ahead? You're on this raised. Okay, so another review from Ruth. This whole debate was an eye opener. Each speaker did their best with storytelling and giving us real life issues. It made their point hit home. So, Ruth, what was the Omi hit for you? Pascaline, you can go ahead if you want to speak.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. A Bluxies Incorporated girl here. So I actually enjoyed the debates from the stories to the point. Everything made perfect sense. I actually learned a lot. Like there were so many things I had no idea about that I actually got to learn. So it was really an eye opener. I actually had chills. Like I could feel my body. Like I had chills because it's not easy to actually come out to speak, though it's not physical. But then I know how hard it is to speak in public and a debate rather. So yeah. But then I don't know if it's right that I correct something. I don't know if I can because somebody said something that the law says that to prove
Sorry,
to
1 second, please. Aisha,
oh,
we need somebody to join us in the breakout room to collect the scores. Thank you.
Okay.
Aisha,
Can
could
I?
that be you? Should I add you to the breakout room?
All right. Would you go ahead? Okay. How do I?
So Pascaline will speak and then Sochi Kamara will go ahead.
okay. So I don't know if I can correct something that someone from She Shine said. I don't know. She said something about that the law says that to prove rape that you have to show that there's this in your stuff. And like that's actually misinformation like that because the criminal code does not actually state that. That's not what the criminal code is saying. Section 357 of your criminal code does not actually say that. I think the entire concept of rape actually falls on consent and on unlawful carnal knowledge. And what is unlawful carnal knowledge? Which is a sexual intercourse between persons who are not husband and wife. So then I think there's a misconception as to what that is. So I wanted to like correct that. But then if you want to know what your law says about rape, just check section 357 of the criminal code. And that's just what I wanted to say. Like thank you to everybody that actually participated in the debate. You all did amazingly well. That's pretty much what I want to say. Thank you.
All right. Sochi Kamara, do you want to go now? I think her hands fell. Or her hand was up.
Hi, Benai, I'm still here.
Aisha, so someone else went instead, so you can continue facilitation. So away from the debate, I was thinking we could get to know our communities better. At least tell the general public about what our communities do, just to lighten the atmosphere a bit. Aisha, over to you. I don't know if it's just me, but I cannot hear anyone. Aisha, are you still here? Goodness, I believe that's who is behind the Shishines communities account. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Hello, I cannot hear anything.
Okay, so I was hoping you could just introduce Shishines community to us. Tell us what you do. Tell us how long you've existed. Just educate, because some of us are, we just got, some of our members just got to know about your community, so want to know more insight as to, so we can see how we can collaborate more in the future. So just educate
Okay.
us. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think Kamara wants to take that up. She's back to the call, so she would like to take that.
Yeah, of course she can. Let her go ahead. Go ahead, Sashi Kamara.
Good evening, everyone. I don't know if I'm talking to myself or you can hear me. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes, we
can.
can. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Uh, say I'm excited to be here. And yes, about our community. Um, community is community or its space. When I say space, a family that ignites potential in girls and young women by providing them with the resources and opportunities to thrive and become change makers in their community, I mean like their local community. Well, that is basically what our community is all about. And through a combination of mentorship sessions, workshops, networking, and other community engagements, we aim to, like say, equip young women with everything, every tool, every resources they need to succeed, they need to thrive. And our focus area is personal development, technology, healthcare, education, service and business support. And by August, 26th of August, will be 3 years, will be 3 years. And our vision for this community is just to make sure that every young woman out there have opportunities to thrive and contribute meaningfully to their society and also be able to reach their full potential. So, Bluxies Incorporated is so much like us. When they reached out, I was so excited for the collaboration, and we have so many people. Yeah, so that's basically what our community is all about. I don't know if you can. Hello,
We are with you. Go ahead.
Dawn. You didn't hear me, or was it your fault? I don't know.
Your voice is a bit faint, but we can hear you.
Okay, I said I was done. You didn't get anything else.
I think I did get some parts. So I did get that your anniversary will be in August. So happy anniversary in advance. Um, Thank you so much for sharing and giving us insight into what your community does. Very and thank you for again being willing to collaborate with us on this project.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Chamaka, do you want to talk about Bluxies for a bit? Praise, can you hear me? Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead. Please keep your mics muted. We are waiting for the judges. We want to know. I know everybody wants to know. They're going to be back to the call soon, but I just want to talk about what Bluxies is, what we do, and I think I think this is my favorite topic in the world, because it's a I think this is one of the proudest things I've done in my life, and this is coming from somebody who has done many, many great things. But I'm really, really proud of this community. So Bluxies Incorporated was founded to create a community for women to discover themselves, find their purpose, and share resources together primarily. Because in a world where you know, I feel like a lot of us, we grew up with a lot of negative connotations about female friendships, female communities, and so we want to break that stereotype. That's one of the things that we do in our community. Um, many thanks. I'm really happy today. I have I have so much to be grateful for, so much to be thankful for. Really proud of my community members. So also our impact report for 2024 will be live. We had several projects, we had several events, we went for several networking events as well. So we do many great stuff here. So we are cutting across 200 languages. We are primarily based in Nigeria, over dozens of tribes. We are youth-coded women's community that is founded in Lagos, Nigeria, but we have members in almost every state in Nigeria. We just finished our Galentine's pajama party in Benin City. We also did do our Tari 2.0 in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. We did our Sori last year in Lagos. We've done an event in Abuja. We have done an event in Ilorin. So we do many great stuff here. So we are hoping to scale. That's the good news that we are sharing with you. We are scaling even more. So just be on the lookout for us in the next couple of months. Just know that something is going to happen. We are planning so much. I'm really proud of us, really proud of the executive team. I want to give a big shout out to them because collectively we've spent hundreds of hours building this community. To the community members, to staying with us through thick and thin. I'm really proud of the work that we do. So we are primarily in the business of remolding women, reorienting them, rebuilding women, retransitioning women, repositioning women for excellence, right? So we don't discriminate. Come as you are to Bluxies, we will polish you. We will make you a woman of luxury. We will make you a woman of wealth and means. We will make you a woman that can stand before people. That is what we do here. And the transformational occurrences speak for themselves. Call any Bluxie on any random day and ask how what Bluxie has done to our life, right? So our members are our testimony. Our members are who we brag with. Some of our core values include creating long-lasting, life-changing bonds and sisterhood between extraordinary women, forging alliances and collaborations to increase the reach and impact of women empowerment initiatives and efforts. So we've collaborated with approximately 24 women, from our interviews to our live sessions. We bring in experts, we interview them, we get insights into their lives, we host live sessions that are life transforming. You can watch on our YouTube. We host projects. We just concluded one, our LinkedIn Visibility Challenge in January, over 300 participants, tens of thousands of impressions. We provide networking opportunities. We go for a lot of events. We have quite a number lined up this month as well. So if you're in Lagos and you want to join us, even though you're not a Bluxie member, you're welcome to join. We're happy to show you, one thing about our communities. We want you to taste what being a Bluxie is like. And I dare say it's an experience that, will transform your life, really. So another thing is vibrant capacity building events. That's another thing that we do. Horizon expansion through excursions to experience real life, scenarios. So we just finished our first ever excursion. We went to the Abuja High Court. We spoke to judges, we spoke to lawyers. Our members in Abuja went. It's on our social media as well. So they got to experience life inside the court. What does the court proceeding look like? Some people have never been, some people don't know. So we have several excursions mapped out throughout the year as well. Somebody please let me know when the judges are back, so that I don't just keep rambling off. Okay, so another thing that we do, projects and programs, I think I've mentioned those, that amplify women's voices. We bridge the gap between personal development and fun. Yes, we believe that they can coexist. We go to the beach, we go out to eat, we have fun, but we still develop ourselves personally, right? So we bridge intergenerational gaps in women's empowerment. This is pretty much self-explanatory. So our intersection is between the SDG 4 and SDG 5. So we are SDG driven, we're a sustainable driven organization. And so one thing I do want to say is we are setting, the past 13 months have been, even though we've done amazing, brilliant work, we've gotten accolades, we've gotten awards, we've gotten commendations, I just want to say that that is just the beginning of what we are doing. We just set the groundwork. Over the next few months, we are taking off, and I'm really, really excited. And I'm really, really excited that She Shines has, found us worthy to be a part of our transformational experience. Thank you so much to every single person that has graced this occasion today. Thank you for being a part of the Bluxies story one way or the other. So some of the offers that some of the values that we offer our members, we teach you how to reclaim your life. Doesn't matter, oh, I'm a graduate, I studied a course that I cannot find a job for. You can reclaim your life. How do you pivot from this career where you are to the career where you need to be and thrive, right? We teach you how to eradicate confusion. Every type of, I don't know what to do, I'm here, I need to get here. We will help you navigate that as well. Clarity of purpose, repositioning yourself for value, defining your value proposition. Speaking of value propositions, we do have a live session, and I'm inviting everyone here for our events. Come and witness, come and taste what Bluxies is about. So we are having a live session. They're bringing in an expert. She is the West African manager for a luxury brand, right? So we're bringing her in. Flyers will be on our page soon. So we'll stream it live on YouTube. We'll have the Google Meet link as well. So she will teach us, she will it is a workshop on self-discovery. Come and learn how to discover yourself, because I want to believe we are in our 20s, maybe 30s, and this is the best time of your life to do that. So many things. I said this is my favorite topic, and I'm not joking. I can go on for another hour or two if you let me, but I just want to you know cut it off here now, and really thank everybody again for being here, for being a part of our story, for learning. This debate is primarily to educate ourselves. It's really to, what does social media, I think it's, when I heard the topic, because we had a list of topics and then She Shines picks this one, I was really excited because it really brings you home. This thing that, this, you might feel like sometimes you get carried away. Oh, we are doing good work, and you don't remember that maybe there are downsides that you're not considering. So I'm really, really excited that we decided to delve into this topic and really explore the role that social media plays in women's empowerment. Are there some things we are overlooking? Are there some loopholes that we need to look out for? Are there cracks in the wall that we need to seal? So many thanks again. Miss Wednesday, if you want to go, now is the time. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. I could keep saying thank you forever. Thank you. Really, your presence means the world to us. Miss Wednesday, go ahead.
All right, all right. So, yes, we're inviting you for the live session, the luxury session that will be happening. We'd love to see everyone there. Bluxies is an amazing community, and as Naomi has rightly said, we were founded to give women a safe space, and we really have created a lot of impact, and we're really, really grateful for this opportunity to connect with a sister community, and I'm looking forward to future collaborations and in the capacity that we're going to drive change together. Thank you once again to everyone who showed up today. It's not easy to take out 2 hours of your time, so thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all the speakers and all the judges and everyone in general. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right. The judges are still collating. I think we are almost done now. She Shines, do you have anything to say, anything you want to share? We've not had a lot of your members speak, so now is the time. Please feel free. Go ahead. Tell us something interesting about your community, maybe a tradition, maybe something that you do. What is your favorite moment from being a She Shines community member so far? Anything you want to share, really. Anything. Please go ahead, Figo. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be part of this meeting.
I've also listened to everyone, both in the Bluxies and from Shisha's community, and I've been in the meeting team and I've been listening and taking notes too. And I'm trying. What I want to say is that I'm very, very grateful that I'm here, and I'm so happy to be part of this meeting to hear from the amazing ladies. They're not just amazing, they're intelligent. So I'm so grateful for that. And what I want to say, I'm a member of Shishine's community and I joined late last year. And one thing I love about Shishine, we are not just a community, but we are just sisters. Shishine has taught me a lot, and Shishine has opened my eyes to so many things, to opportunities, and also to learn things that I don't even know. You know, when we talk about opportunities online, creating jobs for people. She Shines and has done that. And also She Shines gave me a platform to be the community researcher. I've not actually been doing well as a researcher, but She Shine groomed me and is still grooming me to do well and to be good in researching. One thing with She Shine's community is that you don't just become a community member, you must be engaged in one thing or the other, either as a social media manager, a researcher. You must just have something you do. You must have something that you will be taught and groomed to do. So Shishine gave me the platform to become the researcher, and which has really been helping me. And another thing is Shishine is also always available to listen to one another. Shishan is a community. The community hosts and the executives, they are really trying, because it's also a place where you can pour out your heart and tell them, this is how I feel, this is what I'm passing through. And then they come on together to help you to achieve that thing that is difficult for you. And then they will offer you a certain advice, a comforting words. So for me, Shishan is just, it's not just a community, it is also a family. And there are so many opportunities and so many things to learn in Shishan. So I'm a proud member of the Shishan's community. Thank you.
All right, many thanks for sharing. Oh, let's hear from our speakers. We have two other speakers that did not get to speak. So Emanuela and Rachel, do you want to say something? Go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to say a big thank you for the two wonderful communities for organizing this debate. And I'm Oshi Shine Gelly, and I've joined so many other communities, but I didn't get the opportunity I got in Shine to strive, to come out and give out my opinions, and they were actually put into consideration. So I really love how we work together to achieve one goal, and it's really impactful. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Rachel, go ahead. Thank you, Manuela.
Good evening, ladies and girls. My name is Rachel Moses, and I'm supposed to be the third speaker. Okay, first of all, I actually prepared so much for this, but I didn't get to speak. But then Fikayomi and Esther did justice, so I am more than fulfilled. Thank you so much to the debaters from Shishine's community. It was fun. It was educative. It gave everything it promised to give, and I am just excited for the result of the debate. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Rachel. Thank you. Your excitement is contagious, and I really cannot wait. I feel like that's what everybody's waiting for at this point. I promise you we'll get it soon. Okay, anyone else? Mirabelle, hi. Do you want to tell us anything about Bluxies? Anything cool? Onisoke, Omolara, anybody? We'll get the results soon. I know, meet I'm apprehensive. We'll get it soon. Gift, go ahead, please.
Okay. Hi. Good evening, everyone. Okay. A Blugsy girly over here, and there's a whole lot I would love to talk about. Blogsies has me creating a community where I teach French, to collaborating with one of our members, to having great insights to a lot of things. Is it Canva? Is it emailing? Is it code emailing? Is it there's a lot handling social media. It's I mean there's a lot I'm learning, and there's still a lot at the front, girls. I cannot even say much. I'm so super excited because I'll be learning a lot from Bluxies Incorporated, and it's a community you would like to join. You have insights to a whole lot of things. Is it spiritually, physically, academically? There's no how you're a Bluxy and you're darling. Career wise, I'm at the top. This is not where I was last year. I've been a Blugsy for a year and should I say 3 months, amazing. And I'm so grateful to the community members, to the executive, to the Godfather, Naomi Benaya. And yes, let me stop here before I start ranting over again. Thank you very much, everyone. And yes, I enjoyed the debate. I enjoyed the debate. I don't want to go further. So bye. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Gift. Bolaji, do you want to speak again?
Yes, please. I just want to
Oh, I'm seeing hands. Okay, after Bolaji, we'll have Tombara and then we'll have Rosemary. Go ahead, please.
okay. I just want to talk about how, like, in 1 year, well, almost a year, but in 1 year I've been in Bloxy, I can vouch for this community anywhere. I've had people tell me you carry this community for head because yes, these women are impactful. We bring the fire everywhere and anywhere. We come correct. Being a Bloxy has been everything to me. I can tell. I know what I've gone through being a blog. See, I know what I've learned, and I'm super excited to be here. Like the opportunities I've seen, the kind of things I've been exposed to as a woman, definitely 10 out of 10. 100 out of 10, if I'm being honest. Being a blog is not just something that someone can say and not be proud of. I am a proud Bloxy. I brag about being a Bloxy any day, anytime, and I'm loving it here. And I can't wait to have more people on board. I'm super, super excited for what we'll be doing in the next year, in the next quarter of the year, forever, to be honest. I'm just super excited to be here. I can talk all day if you let me, but I'll just stop here.
All right, many thanks. Tombara, go ahead.
Hi everyone, good evening. So I just want to say thank you to Community Bluxies Incorporated because Bluxies Incorporated has been a gift of knowledge to me. I one funny thing I like saying every time because it might sound funny, but you don't know how helpful it was the first thing I learned when I joined Bluxies was what an email signature is. I did not know that was a thing. I did not know where it was so mind blowing for me. I was like, what is an email signature? What? Like it was one of the first things I learned. Bluxies Incorporated has just been a gift of knowledge to me because Naomi is carrying us on our head. Like you must learn, you must know, you must sabi this thing. Like you are supposed to be an educated woman. I've gone to school, I've graduated last year or 4 years. I don't know what email signature is. Jesus Christ. So like Naomi is always very serious about like us learning, and each of the team leads, each like everybody's carrying like okay, because I'm a writer, so I decided to volunteer in the content writing team. And since I joined, she has been giving us opportunities like to explore our creativity. Like I'm very grateful because you don't know how impactful Bluxies have been since October that I joined, just October. Since October that I joined, like they have been like a push for me. Because I like is there's a difference between like you have to do this thing, but then somebody in your ear telling you do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now. They're like constant reminders, constant push, constant support. Like when I started my YouTube channel, like blogs were like, yes, let's go. Everybody came to my DM were asking me for links. And I almost felt like crying that day because I did not expect that much support. Like, I'm so grateful for Bluxies Incorporated. I am very, very much grateful for this community. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Rosemary, we'll keep taking until we have the results. Rosemary, go ahead, please.
Hi, good evening. My name is Rosemary. I'm so happy to share the good news of Bluxy. Like, I don't know if to before I joined Bluxy, like you won't hear my voice like this. Like, I like hiding behind the mask, but you cannot have a godfather like Naomi and you'll be hiding behind the mask. No, 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 no. You just have to bring out yourself. Like that gift inside of you have to come out. Like, you just have to be yourself. And okay, I come from a family where I'm the only daughter in my family, but since I joined Bluxy, I just feel like I belong. Like it's not just supporting you in your career, like you have to grow all around, both in your spiritual life. Like everything is just making sense. Like it's coming together. Everything is just coming together. Like it's not just me coming out, like I just see myself changing, and all these things are just coming from because I joined a community of women where I found not just people that push you forward, but that bond of sisterhood. Like even the love letters, like checking up on you and rest of it just makes me feel like I belong. Like I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And some things I don't know about, both my mental health. Like I remember this time I was feeling so down. I think that should be around ending of last year. So there's this live session we had, a like the live session we had, and like that's it seems as if it was me they were talking about, they were talking to, and it really helped me. It really helped me. Like I can scream Bloxy anywhere I am, anywhere I find myself. I can scream Bloxy. Thank you.
Go Bluxy. Thank you so much. Okay, so we are going to take all the hands raised, and that will be all. Many, many thanks again, everybody. Thank you so much. Miracle, go ahead, and then Aneke will speak. Mary Miracle, please go ahead. Okay, I think our hands went down. Aneke, go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, fellow Bluxies and members of She Shines community. So, I would just like to talk about the mind-blowing experience of being a Bluxy for me. I think it's about almost 6 months of being a Bluxy, and bro, the growth. I just want to just keep saying growth. The growth is exceptional. Like I can't believe myself from where I was about 5 months ago and where I am now. It's so mind blowing, and it won't be possible without Bluxies. I want to give a little analogy of what being a Bluxy feels like. It's just like you are taking an unfamiliar path, and you perceive that going through that path, you might get lost or you might not be able to find your way through it. But compared to you going alone, you have a big sister there to hold your hand, to guide you through that path. And because she's aware, she's more informed, she's familiar with the path, she knows the way, and she's there to guide you through it. And you feel safe, you feel a sense of direction, you have so much clarity. There is no fear of being lost because you feel like, yes, I'm on the right path and I'm with the right company and with the right support. That's exactly what being a Bloxy is like. And I'm not even exaggerating right now. That is the kind of sense of direction I have ever since becoming a Bloxy. Last month, I was privileged of being, you know, honored and recognized as the member of the month. And I was not even expecting that because honestly, all my focus so far at the Bloxy was just personal growth. And it was just so mind blowing when I received that achievement, or should I say accomplishment. It means so much to me, and I'm so proud. And I'm so proud of how much I've grown so far. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Aneke. Mary Miracle, are you ready to speak now?
Yes, hi everybody. Good evening. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So first, I'm so grateful for this debate, and at the end of the day, what what I am taking home from this debate is that it's our collective responsibility to ensure that social media remains safe for us, for men, for women, inclusion in general, right? Like social media remains a safe and inclusive space. And honestly, I'm so like I was so enlightened and so happy hearing like a lot of things. When I joined this meeting, I was on and off, right? But then I was at work. But then I just picked out a lot of points that made sense, pros and cons of this whole social media thing, right? Now, I'm a shine girl, and one of the goals I had for 2025, or one of the goals I have for 2025 is that with my five, I will feed 5,000. So, she shine is my responsibility. Like, I am totally committed to she shine, and I am grateful to be a proud shine girl. At She Shine, we're not just a community, we are accountability partners, we are led women, we are intentional sisters. There's no day my girls don't check up on one another. There is no day. The intentionality of the leaders, top notch, top notch. And I'm grateful to be part of this beautiful community. And I pray that God gives us the strength, the power to continue this good work, not just for Shisha and for every other community here, right? I pray God continues to use us as a voice for women, for children, for men. Yeah, thank you, everybody.
All right. Thank you so much. It's been heartwarming hearing about both communities. I've learned so much about Shishines. And you see, we are not so far apart after all. There's just so many similarities. I'm really proud of both communities and the work that we do. I attended an event a while ago, and the speaker said, "This is a thankless job." She owns a women's community, and I never felt anything so closely to my heart before. It resonated so much with me, and it's something you have to be passionate about. It's not something you do just because I want to do. The passion must be there, and I'm really proud of the work that we do in impacting the lives of young women. And it shows that we are making a difference through social media in the lives of these women. And there's still so much to do, but there's so much we've done, and I think we have to recognize that we are impacting life, real life. We are transforming lives. We are changing people's lives. So I'm just going to call. I think the results are ready. I think everybody has spoken as well. So it's time for us to get feedback. But before that, a round of applause, please, for Shishine's Community and Bluxies Incorporated. Everybody, a round of applause. Everybody, a round of applause. Super proud of the work that we do. Shout out to women. This is Women's History Month. Shout out to us. Shout out to you. Shout out to me. Shout out to everybody. Okay. Give me a minute while I confirm that we can take the results now.
Hello, ladies. We are back. Thank you so much for your patience. Please confirm that you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Great. Thank you once again for your patience, and you would agree with me that it was a fairly tough one, and we really must give it up to the speakers for coming in and coming in strong. So, quick question, and you can just drop it or let me know with your remarks. Do you want to hear our comments first, or you want to hear the scores first? Okay, so can I just have maybe like Naomi? Okay, scores first. I don't even know which one it's going to be now.
No, give us
Naomi,
comments first to build the anticipation.
we should give you comments first. All right,
Yes.
we love it. Bukola has a few remarks, but I'll go first. I love this. I love this energy. I thought that by now it would have dwindled, but alas, I love it. It's going strong. Beautiful. Okay, so comments would be, I think generally was a facts issue. So for instance, someone said 41% of women, I don't remember who right now, but the question is 41% of women where, what's the source? I feel like, there were a lot of throwing around numbers. 3 million women gained career visibility. What's the source? How do we know you did not just think of it? Over 200 powerful men lost some resources or something like that. We don't have a source. UNICEF report, what year? MIT information, what's the year? What if we want to go and Google it to, fact check in that case? We didn't have any of those. So I think that's something. Then someone made a mention about rape cases that in terms of the requirements, right? And I think that person didn't check the VAP Act, because we now have a VAP Act that is called Violence Against People, something Act, VAPP Act. You can go and check it up. Most of the rules that were obtainable under the criminal law have now been reversed in the VAP Act, and the VAP Act is also has been to an extent widely received in Nigeria. So you might want to check that as well. Yes, so it just goes down to facts. When you're coming for debates like this, you need to give us the year, right? You need to give us the source. That's the only way we can know that truly and indeed you didn't think of these things in your head or in your mind. Then the second one is, if you are a supporting speaker, you don't need to tell us, you don't need to start good afternoon, judges, ladies, gentlemen, and all of that stuff. You can stand on existing protocol, because the idea is you don't have that much time. So you want to maximize it as much as possible. I also didn't see a lot of rebuttals coming through in terms of this person or this group actually said something like this, and it is wrong because of this and this and this and this. That comes in usually when you are planning or preparing your speeches. So just those few. I have some other things, but I know that Bukola also wants to make a few points as well. So Bukola, over to you.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. So yeah, I just really want to commend everyone. That was a very good presentation, a very good debate, and every of the speakers actually did excellently. I mean, very, very well. And I just want to mention a few things, maybe, just to help anyone who's going to be doing something like this next time. I'm going to talk about what many people, like many of the speakers, did well, what I think they could or they can improve upon. So maybe like the empirical evidence, because this debate boils down to, okay, fine, like real life examples, like what we all can relate with. So I think empirical evidence would have helped so much, which is one of the things Lamde had mentioned. So perhaps you can just have a data point that speaks to this. Okay, this is the effect of social media on women. This is how much that's contributed to women's empowerment. This is how much, even if not specifically related to I mean women's empowerment, but women generally. And one other point before I forget is very important to me because I felt maybe I was hoping that someone would mention maybe the effects, the positive or negative impact of social media on career, because now we see women, I mean, not condemning anyone, but we see people doing a lot of dancing on TikTok and all of that. So would what benefits do you think it contributes to education, to career development for women? Maybe you would have also related it to, marriages and all of that, so not just sticking to one particular point. And I was hoping that maybe someone would just make it, I mean, many people did, but make it very much practical for us, relatable. So yeah, there were few definitions, but I believe that it is understood that every one of us know what social media is. And another point some, this is a virtual meeting, and it is very easy for people to lose track of what you're talking about. But I think it's always very important that, yes, to earn. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Let me just move on. So, in terms of structure, I think it would be very helpful if you try to guide the listeners back in case everyone is distracted. Let's say, okay, fine, I'm going to be, let's say you're starting to analyze, okay, these are the points I'm going to be raising. I have four different ones. The first one, I mean, these are just topic sentences or guidelines that just help anyone listening to be back on track in case they lose um track or lose focus. Then I like the punchlines from one of the team. I won't mention who. I really love the punchlines. Is it one or two of the teams? Because there were a lot of, I had to jot them, like social media outrage does not lead to justice. Is a tool for visibility, no action. It's I think there were a number of them. Profit from tragedy instead of solving it. I like those punchlines. Keep it up. And another point I wanted to mention is someone had said, Mr. Moderator, please, we are females here now, women empowerment. Thank you. So maybe Mrs. Moderator, Miss Moderator, I'm just joking. All right. Then lastly, I believe I like the research studies. I like that. Very, very helpful. I mean, yeah, the rebuttal, I think it can be better. And I like the energy, I like the confidence, I like the supporters, very, very helpful. And I like the legal backing. I like the fact that you're able to use the law in connection to this topic. And I like the international examples as well. But I think there was a theme that focused more on the international examples, women from all other countries, rather than focusing more on our African. I mean, it's good to be balanced. That's what I'm driving at. So try to mix them up. So I think that's it for me. I've taken a lot of SPs. I would give it to someone else or we'll talk about the scores.
Thank you, Bukola. Chimela Olua.
Well, said, I wish all the participants for in the industry put in. I also know that some of us had network challenges, so most times it's advisable that you try to get a place where a network is a bit steady so that you don't get cut off. Then the second opposing speakers, the rebuttals, I think more work should also be put into that area. Know your person has said, so you should have like more examples. Try to be a lot more persuasive so that we'll have a clear understanding of what your stance is on that particular position. So
Hi everyone, good evening. Please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. So my name is Chemela, and so I'll just do a summary of the three judges, as you know. They've mentioned practically everything in my notes, all the corrections, that I wanted to give out to dish out to the speakers. So in just in summary, and in the spirit of IWD and a celebration of all women out there, I just want to say that I want to say first of all, well done to the four speakers, the debaters and all. You guys had excellent delivery. I loved all the points and all of that. And just to mention that no one is entirely right. None of you is entirely right. None of you is entirely wrong regarding the topic, the debating topic, both the opposing and the proposing side. So the two sides are entirely right, though we'll have winners and all that. So, but by the time we announce the scores, don't think maybe because I didn't win or I'm wrong, or maybe someone on this call will be thinking because okay this side, this team didn't win, they are wrong, or something like that. No. Social media has been a powerful tool in uplifting women. Social media has done, we all have our stories on how we benefited or how we got, one opportunity or the other, on how you learned something and all of that to women. On the flip side, it has done, a couple of harm also. So it's a two-way thing actually. It has it's good. It has in fact, today I was having a conversation with someone, and I was asking a mentee actually, and then I was asking her series of questions, like imagine your life in the next 20 years. You're online shouting justice for this for that. You're after the number of likes you have and all of that. Imagine the next 10 years, the next 20 years, and when all of this fizzles away and you have your life. So there's real life outside social media. But then on the other side, I am an entrepreneur and I've gotten 80% of the opportunities that came to my company, came through LinkedIn. Most of the sales and IG and all that. So these are beautiful. So I just want to say the two team, you did excellently well. So that's it. Thank you so much.
All right, and thank you so much, judges. I must say that the both organizations, Bluxies Incorporated and Shine, you are definitely doing something right, because I've been looking at the numbers on the group and I haven't seen it significantly drop. I think we started with 56, we got to 58, and right now we're at 54. So it obviously means you're doing something right. That said, drum rolls in the comment section. And after a lot of verification, I can attest to the fact that the results that you're about to hear have not been rigged in any way. Deborah can attest to it as well. They are the undiluted, uninfluenced results from all four of us. Okay, and I will start with the first speaker from the supporting side, supporting motion. She had a total of 79.6 points. Deborah, you can drop it. You can drop Esther's points in the comments. And the first speaker from the opposing side had a total of 72.4%. Right. And then the second speaker from the supporting side had a total of 84%. And the second speaker from the opposing side had a total of 71.7%. That said, the supporting team has a total of 82%, and the opposing team had a total of 72%. The overall best speaker for this year's edition is Fikayomi with 84%. And that's it, people. Thank you so much for having us. It was such a pleasure to partake in this. Perhaps a few comments for the organizers. I think I can speak with Aisha on that, just to say that it would be good for the judges to have met before the debate kicks off live, so that we can just sync on a couple of logistics. Yeah, and I think that's about it. Thank you once again. I don't know if any of the other judges would like to say something. It was so much fun getting to know the judges and also just working with them. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks
All
a lot
right.
to
Many,
the
many,
other
many
judges.
thanks.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. Thank you so much. I just wanted to say thank you. Go ahead, please.
No, I really enjoy this. Like, I love initiatives like this, and I really just want to commend the organizers, Bluxies, and She Shines. This is a great initiative. Please keep doing great things like this. Thank you. And to the speakers, yeah, kudos. And to everyone here as well. I mean, cheering others up. This is really, really commendable. Well done, everyone.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Many, many thanks. Congratulations to She Shines. Congratulations to Bluxies. Let's remember that at the end of the day, at the root of everything, education is why we did this enlightenment. So our esteemed judges, you don't know how proud it's made us that you graced our occasion today. Thank you so much for even sparing the time to be here. Thank you so much for wanting to be a part of this. Thank you so much to every one of you, to our participants, to our representatives, to the communities, to everyone who has been here. Thank you so, so much. This means a lot to us. Happy International Women's Day to everyone. And I hope and I pray that going forward, we use our social media as a tool to actually transform lives, that we be intentional about the usage of our social media. That we're not just posting to get likes, that we are being intentional about the things that we want to use our platforms for. Shout out to everybody who has graced this event. Many, many thanks once again. I feel like we can go on and on. So we'll just excuse our speakers now. Thank you so much once again for your time. We really, really appreciated this. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. The debate will be available for replay on our YouTube channel. So if you want to watch it some other time, to be available live. Thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.